Guys, deluded. I'm back again. It's hay fever season, and hay fever is killing me. In fact, it's hay fever 10 deluded nil. So yeah, man. Moving on. Gelson Martins. Those of you who know Martins, whatever you want to call him, Gelson Martins, Gelson Martins, however some people pronounce the man's name. Apologies if we've got it wrong. For those of you who don't know about him, I can't imagine not many of you do. Quick little run. He's 23 years of age. He's a wide man, very kind of skillful, good at getting past his man. He likes to stand his man up and get 1 versus 1. His end product can improve, but he's a decent player. 23, like I said. Portuguese international. He plays for Sporting Lisbon, and as well as that, he plays for Portugal and he's in the Portugal World Cup squad. So yeah, he's a decent player. Sorry, people, man. Hay fever's beating me. If I sniff from time to time, you know why. I'm not a nitty. That sounded so bad, but oh Jesus Christ, man. Sorry for that. But moving on. Gelson Martins. Now, he's a very decent player. I've spoken about him before. Those of you that have been subscribing long enough have known. For me, it was a game against Dortmund in the Champions League, which impressed me. Allegedly, Arsenal have gone in for him with 2 bids of 30 million. Now, of course, that's obviously, again, I'm not a financial expert, and I definitely don't know what the dealings are at Chelsea, or at Arsenal, pardon me, in regards to transfers, but I can't imagine we'll pay 30 million with a 50 mil budget allegedly in the transfer market. We won't spend 30 mil up front, so it's probably pay add-ons. And we've had 2 bids rejected. Now, a lot of reports in Portugal says the player wants to go. He says he's on it. Again, this could all be made up and stuff, but if nothing more, let's humour ourselves. They said that he's on this, he wants to move and things like that. What kind of complicates, pardon me, the matter for him coming to Arsenal? Or it depends. It not even really complicates. It complicates the matter depending on how you look at it. If you're of that making, Sporting Lisbon, they've missed out on Champions League. I don't want to say turmoil because I don't follow them like that to be using that word for them, but it does look like they're in disarray. Allegedly, the whole team was suspended. What game was it? They lost. I don't know what game it was. I think it was a game in Europe. They lost it. I can't remember the game, but it's irrelevant. They lost it, and the whole team was suspended. I'm sure all of you already know about the incident that happened at the training pitch, in which a number of mobsters or football ultras broke into Sporting Lisbon's complex or wherever they were staying and attacked a couple of the players. Well, quite a few of the players. And I think it was Bastos. He got hit up pretty bad. He had a couple bad gashes on his head and stuff, man. They hit them with belts and all sorts of things. And allegedly, a couple of the players want to go to court and get their contracts. I don't know the technical term or how it's actually going to work, but apparently a lot of them want to get their contracts torn up, basically, essentially. Now, it has to go through the court, so they can't just say to the club, because we need to remember this is an employer at the end of the day. I'm not familiar with Portuguese law, so I don't know how it works, but I imagine there's employee and people rights. You can't just get up and do certain things. So they got to go to court and sort that out. Now, what could Arsenal or any other team, not just Arsenal, because there must be a bag of teams interested in him, and realistically, he probably won't come to Arsenal as much as I want him. But what they should do is use this to their advantage. Again, it's kind of dirty tactics, but if he is going to ruin his contract, tear up his contract, better yet, he becomes a free agent. So you could kind of push for that. Like, maybe he's allegedly, this is all hypothetical. So it does look, if we look at reports, it does look like he's actually going to do this regardless and tear up his contract. But we also need to consider the other flip side of the coin, that this might not happen and that this is all nonsense. So if it is all nonsense, probably get a word in his advisor's ears and see if he could do this. Now, if you're a Sporting Lisbon fan, of course you want to keep him and things. If he allegedly tears up his contract, every club and clubs that probably weren't interested in him has to take an interest now, to be fair with you. His end product can improve, like I said, but he's an exciting player. And, oh, hay fever is killing me, people, man. Forgot what I was going to say. It just started killing. It really... I apologise, people. I've lost my track of where I was. But yeah, that's it. Other clubs that were looking for him should be interested if he comes in for free. Now, I believe Rui Patrio, the Portuguese keeper, has actually terminated his contract. Allegedly, Bruno Fernandes, that a Portuguese friend of mine that I've told you about previously, rates him quite highly, to be fair. So we'll see what he's saying in the World Cup. I think he's going with the Portugal squad. So yeah, man. And I think a couple other players are in talks or want to. I think William Carvalho even wants to talk and do that. And personally, I'm starting to think, like, maybe there's something... I don't want to say there's something wrong with him because I don't know and I don't believe it. But Surely there's a reason William Carvalho has not moved on to a bigger club. Because you remember the days under 21's championship, he was badding it up. He's done this, man. I don't know what's going against him and things, but I'm just like, he shouldn't really be up Sporting if you go by the hype and the trajectory allegedly and all of them things. But Gelson Martins is a player I like a lot. He's a bit of a rough time. He's not the quality. He's a quality player, but he's not the full product, finished product. Last season he got what in 52 appearances, I believe, 13 goals and 13 assists. So say what you want. That is a good return when you consider the other wingers at our club have been producing of seasons of late. As much as I like Iwobi in the final third, he's not quite there. Couple other man, final third, not quite there. Hopefully Nelson gets a chance in the first team with Emre and things, but we can't expect him to be getting 10 goals, 10 assists that you ideally want from your winger. So if he could get this, cool, man. It could be decent, especially for free. If they've allegedly rejected 30 million, then cool, fair enough. If his contract doesn't get terminated, then they're gonna make double that minimum 60. If he maybe even more if he has a decent World Cup, such as the way of the market and all of them sort of things, man. So yeah, man. On that front, there's not much more to be said, man. So guys, deluded. Let me get out your hair, man. I'm out.